The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, reigning by master.
You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu,
we are live and we are direct. You may not like it and quite frankly, if you like it or if you don't like it or you don't follow me. We are live and we are
But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be known by the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession. You're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason, we are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in, in Damatru or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking Janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that's indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power. Power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need. That's all they want. So they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated.
Because what I am saying on Abumanyamini, our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwa Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwa Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwa Abiyama Biko, since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwa Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say, we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my country. I want to carry arms to defend the honor and integrity of my country. I want to avenge the death of 6 million people. I want Biafra to stand as a beacon of hope, freedom, and liberty in black world. I want Biafra to stand as a testament to the glory of heaven upon the face of this very earth. I want Biafra to stand because my obligation to the dead outweigh that which I owe to the living. That is why Biafra will stand, and Biafra will come. 100 men, that's all. And we march. The rest can come later on. I no longer give a damn. The disgrace and the insult is too much. We must go and meet our enemies even if we have only machete and hoes. It is far more better for us to go and meet them and die with a semblance of dignity than with this very humiliation which we encounter every blessed day. We must assemble as quickly as possible.
You are on this very planet that Chukwokika Biama created to his glory. We welcome you to another explosive exposition of the very fraudulent contraption, the very diseased abomination that the British created for the enslavement of the children of light. We have come to destroy. We have come to render asunder. We have come to decimate that very tower of darkness, that very zoological republic, that very cesspit of iniquity and of evil. We have come that the blind may see. We have come that the deaf may hear. We have come that even those who through no fault of theirs, but as a result of having subjected themselves to a very disastrous educational system in the zoo, they have become stupid. Here we have come to enlighten and to educate, without any apologies to anybody, without mincing words, without fear before our enemies, determined and resolute, indestructible, and the precipitous collapse of the zoo is inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. The devil may try all it can. Those who go before them to peddle falsehood, those who go to work for them, those who are the workers of darkness and of iniquity, we can assure them that we are resolute, we are determined, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop this very invade as many times as you like, kill as many people as you like, propagate falsehood after falsehood as many times as you like, buy up every media space in the zoo, go and connive with people in the diplomatic circles abroad, eyebrow consultancy firm in the world, select some diplomats in the zoo and bribe them, select those you send to the key countries around the world. None of these things you're doing is capable of stopping us. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you write. It doesn't matter the type of chatter you have behind our backs. All those things you're doing is a complete and utter waste of time, because Biafra must come. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why we preach this gospel. That is why we propagate this very message of redemption. That is why Elohim said that Biafra will come. You will not fire a bullet, but Biafra will come. Because Chukwokika has gone before us. And you will hear what will happen to the zoo in weeks and months to come. This is 1 year, 2020. They will never, ever, ever in their lives forget. It does not matter what the enemy does, is irrelevant. Buy over Twitter, buy over Facebook, bribe the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, bribe the US Ambassador to Nigeria, department in America. I could not believe my thoughts. Iwe were iwe gị n'ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememile agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọgụgụwa memilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo memile Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akọkọ iguni ụtọ ọzọ
ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ gị nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Ise. Good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this evening program here in IPOB, Western Cape, South African Media. As I welcome you this evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to welcome others. Welcome your friends, your relatives, and all lovers of freedom, wherever they may be. As you are joining us in this program this evening, fellow Biafrans, I want you to share this program. Do not forget to share the program. Do not forget to like and love the program. We have to always do that because we need other people to join us whenever we come live. And you can only achieve that each time you share and like this program. So I indulge you to share the program in all the platforms where you belong, and also like the program because we need to widen our reach. People need to know that we are live, and they need to join us because what we are doing is the work of Chukwu Okike Abiama. We are here to propagate the restoration of the kingdom of God here on earth. We are here to preach the gospel of truth and nothing but the truth. So I want you to share the program as you join us. Do not forget, and also do not forget to join us in all the platforms, in all of our pages. We are live on Frank Oyebuchi Facebook page. We are also live on IPOB Western Cape Facebook page. And also, we are live on our YouTube page, YouTube channel. You have to go there and subscribe with us. Oyebuchi is the name of our YouTube page. Subscribe to us. We are also live there. So as you are joining us, you can make a choice where you want to be viewing us from. Whether you want to view us from our YouTube page or you want to view us on our Facebook pages. I thank you for joining us this evening, fellow Biafrans. I am reaching you live from IPO, from Western Cape, Cape Town to be precise. As I do always, I am bringing you greetings from my coordinator, Maz Innocent Alia. He is the zonal coordinator, Western Cape. A hardcore, a believer of the truth, one of the 100 men that Oyendo is looking for. Maz Innocent Alia has paid price in this struggle, and he is willing and ready to do more. Even in the faces of all challenges, negativities, name callings, run him down, and assassinations of his character, and intrusion into his family. He stand strong, waiting for Onyendu. He's a believer of IPOB Code of Conduct. He believes that there's nothing to be done without the IPOB Code of Conduct. So also, I bring you greetings from all the coordinators of Western Cape. We have 9 coordinators here in Western Cape as at the moment. All of them are working assiduously to see that Biafra is restored. I bring you greetings from all the executive of IPOB Western Cape, men of honor and dignity, men who have chosen light over darkness, men who understood what it means to stand behind their leaders, men that agreed and believe in the IPOB Code of Conduct. Nothing could be done without IPOB Code of Conduct. This is IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media. This is IPOB South Africa, Western Cape South Africa Media. Here we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to present any individual, but to present and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. For us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media, saying it the way it is. Here we say it the way it is. We have no permanent friends. We have no permanent enemies. We believe that you must bring your friends close and your enemies closer. We have no permanent enemies. We have no permanent friend. We're fighting and we continue to fight this struggle without emotions. We know what we want and we go for it, irrespective of the challenges that we may face, irrespective of the negativities that may be staring back at us. You cannot kill us. You cannot do anything to us that could make us to stop agitating for the restoration of Biafra. It is a destiny. It is mandate. It is mandated by Chukwu Okike Abiama to may do so. So we are fanatical about Biafra. We eat Biafra, we sleep Biafra, we bath Biafra, we dream Biafra. For us, Biafra is everything. Without Biafra, life is meaningless. So do not think that we are joking. We are dead serious. We are also hell-bent to restore the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiama on this earth. My name is Mazi Onyebuchi. I am the host of IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media. And by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama Premihenine, the all-knowing and all-compassionate Chukwu Okike Abiama, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator, the post I host with all joy and pride. I served Biafrans with all my heart, with all my spirit, with all my soul. Without Biafra, there is no me. Fellow Biafrans, I welcome you once again to this program this evening. A lot has happened and a lot is still happening. A lot has happened since the kidnap of our leader. A lot is still happening. If you are following the event of the past 2 years, you will agree with me that a lot of waters has gone through the bridge. A lot has happened. Man has fallen for these past 2 years. A lot of men has gone cold. A lot of hearts has gone cold. So many people do not have the courage, nor the determination, nor the zeal to continue anymore. Those are men that do not understand what freedom entails. They thought that to restore Biafra is a child's play. They thought that by merely saying "all hail Biafra," they thought that by merely hailing Oyendu, clapping for him, they thought that everything will be sorted and Nigeria government will give us Biafra in a platter of gold. Those men still believe that Nigerian government, out of the blues, will call for referendum. And when I began to look at such men, I understood that they indeed are not rooted in what we are doing. They are not freedom fighters. As a freedom fighter, you must be rugged. You must be resilient. You must be determined. You must be articulative. You must be able to understand the mountains, as I didn't say a mountain, but mountains of tribulations, mountains of pains, mountains of uncertainties that you are facing, or rather that is facing you. But these men, they jumped into IPOB wagon when things were going well. Immediately things got sour. They jumped off the boats and they are on their heels running. This man does not understand. That is why in the past 2 years, they have been cold, have grown cold. They are no more part of what we are doing. But we are standing strong. We are going stronger even. We are ready and we are willing to walk miles and miles and miles until Biafra is restored. Not even that could stop us. Because we believe that when we are dead, other comrades will continue the fight for freedom. Because we totally and completely understood what freedom is all about. If indeed you have tested freedom, you will understand that there is nothing sweeter than freedom, not money. Money without freedom equals to sadness, equals to slavery. You must be free for you to be able to enjoy money. That is why in the zoo today, the poor ones are suffering, the rich ones are suffering because there is no freedom anywhere around the zoo. That is why we are hell-bent and we swore that our generations unborn will never pass through what we are passing through and what we've passed through in the hands of the zoo and what we continue to pass through. The only savior, the only freedom, the only savior is the restoration of Biafra. Without it, we are doomed. Oyendu said it. Oyendu said it, and I played it in the jingles that I played before I started this program, and I am going to play it again if need be. We are fanatical. We are willing to die restoring Biafra. We must restore it. That is why kidnap of our leader and extraordinary renditioning him back to Nigeria could not deter us. It could not stop us. It could not sway us. Rather, it has given us the reason to fight further, because we must fight to make Oyendu free. To make Oyendu proud. We must fight. We must continue to fight to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu proud whenever and wherever he is. So I encourage you to hold your space. Do not be swayed. Stand strong, be resilient. Move without looking back, knowing that where you are going is bigger and greater than where you are coming from. If all things are equal, you wouldn't have undertaken the journey in the first place. Nigeria is a hell. Nigeria is abomination. Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is not worthy to be called a country. Nigeria is a British zoo where women and children were murdered without anybody asking questions. The life of the citizens of that country zoo does not matter. In Nigeria, whenever you make money, you are law. You are a law. You are the law. You make laws. You do whatever you want to do as long as there is money in your pocket. There is no rule of law. There is nothing like rule of law. There is no equality in the zoo. So we know why we are fighting for Biafra, and we will continue to fight for Biafra until we restore Biafra. We will never give up. Kidnap of our leader will not make us to give up. Even though men have fallen and men are still falling, we are not going to give up. Even if Mazi Ebuchi dies today, I know that you that is watching me, you that is hardcore, that is watching me this evening, I know you will not give up, because that has always been my wish, that you do not give up, whether I am here, whether I am not here. I understand what freedom is all about. It's not easy. Nigeria can never give you referendum. They understood that giving you referendum amounts to setting you free, so they are not going to do that. You need to do something for them to be forced or be pushed to that part, to that level where they will say, okay, let's stop. They went to Kenya, kidnapped Oyendu, brought him back illegally to Nigeria. There were international uproar and condemnations. Even UN condemned it. All the people that got involved spoke and asked Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their own courts. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won. Did they allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go? The answer is no. Have they called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a round table? The answer is still no. Do they have any plan of doing so? The answer is still no. So if you are sitting in your comfortable homes and you are shouting, making empty noise, empty threats, we are doing something, We are going to push Nigeria. We are going to make dent Nigeria image. Do you think that Nigeria cares about her own image? They don't care about images. They don't understand that Ezia Fakego. They don't understand that good name is better than money. If they understood that, they wouldn't have kidnapped Oyendumaz and Mekano. They wouldn't have extraordinarily returning him back to Nigeria. To them, to sustain Nigeria is a task that must be carried out. Irrespective of the human right that they may be broken, they are willing and they are ready to wipe out an entire tribe for the preservation of Nigeria. These men do not understand what diplomacy is all about. They do not understand, excuse me, they do not understand what human rights is all about. Fulanis are romantic in nature. Fulanis are not people, they are not civilized, they are uncivilized. And up to today, until now, if you have not come to understand that Nigeria belongs to Fulanis, you are a fool and you are deceiving yourself. Fulanis can never give you anything without you fighting for it. We are here to create awareness. What I'm doing today is to create awareness, to call to the attention of our people that it is right time, it is high time that we come off all the empty threats. Nigeria don't care. Their images matters nothing to them. They are not aware and they don't understand what images and protecting it is all about. So you must come off that your dreamland and begin to do something that Nigeria will see. Speak the language that Nigeria will understand. They did not take our leader serious until he formed ESN. Go and check it. The only time the Nigerian terrorist government started running helter-skelter was when Oyendumaz and Mekano formed ESN. That was the fact. That is the truth. This formation of ESN made Nigerian government to start running helter-skelter, looking for solution on how to silence Oyendu, because they saw that he has becoming dangerous. You know, they thought that they are the only ones that knows how to wield weapons, arms, and ammunition. Nigerian government does not know any other thing but to intimidate, to kill, to destroy, and cause anarchy. That is the only thing that Nigerian government knows. Late Fela Anikulapo Kuti sang it in one of his songs. Go and listen to that song and you understand what Nigerian government represent. They represent violence, they represent death, they represent anarchy, chaos. That is what Nigerian government represent. They use intimidation to feed. We then come, instead of them to go through diplomacy, they would rather choose violence because they do not understand what diplomacy is all about. They understood only the language of violence, guns, and bullets. So for you to discuss and have discussions with them, you must also be violent. You must also have arms and ammunition. You must also know how to throw all the bombs in this world because they are terrorists. They are purely, completely terrorists. So you do not beg or threaten them with denting their images. They don't care about their images. It's not their business. To them, images does not exist. How many you killed? How you able to quench any protest with violence? That is what matters to Nigerian government. Go to Lekki toll gate and you will understand what I am saying. So when you want to talk with Nigeria, you must also be able to speak to them in a language that they will understand, not a foreign language that they do not understand. So, a lot of things has happened. A lot of things has gone. We have witnessed a lot of things. There were unsolvable equations before now on what happened to Onyendu, who knows anything about what happened to Onyendu, and some of us we were anxiously and patiently waiting for the day that Onyendu will be released, so that he can tell us his stories. And we were only trying to find out. We're only trying to figure out the little that we can figure out by adding one or two together and trying to get some answers. We do not know anything until the other day when Chinas Anworu came online. A lot of truths, or if I may say, were revealed. At least we now know that Chinas Anworu is aware of what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are now aware that Chinas Anworu knew the figure that was paid on the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we also aware that Chinas Anworu knew one or two people that run around and masterminded the kidnap of a leader. He mentioned Wike and Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. Chinas Anworu also mentioned $9 million as a figure that was paid on the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Chinas Anworu also made us to understand that a lot of things that is happening around our leader, that he knew it. He also made us understand he have intels from DSS, everything that is happening there to our leader, that Chinas Anworu and his so-called DOS are aware of all these things. And then now, this evening, we are going to look at program that Chinas Anworu had the other day. I know that some of you might have listened to it. Like me, I do not listen to his program because it makes any sense to me, or it is revealing. The only time that his program is revealing is this last program, because at least he's able to tell us that what happened to our leader, who is involved, and how much that was paid on the head of our leader. Chinas Anworu made us understand that $9 million was paid. That is what they used to betray our leader. You know, Chinas Anworu only talks about the sponsors and those who instigated the kidnap, but he did not tell us who collected the money. Chinas Anworu gave us half-truth. And that is the problem that I have with him each time. He always coming with half-truth. He has never been direct. He has never been totally revealing. He always bring it half and he ran away. Chinas Anworu did not tell us who collected this money, how did this person, which account, who collected this, so that we may know who has betrayed us. Because you don't. It is laughable that for the past 2 years, Chinasa Nworu knew all these things. Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem, Tony Zurumike, and all the cabals, they knew who sold our leader. They knew that $9 million was paid as ransom. They knew everything, and they did not say anything until a few days ago when Chinasa Nworu came online. And as you already know, Chinasa Nworu is in the business of accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's siblings and families and all the people that are around him. Chinasa Nworu and DOS has destroyed everything that our leader built, starting from the alliances he had. One is with the Yoruba nation. Second one is with Ambazonians. Chinasa Nworu and DOS, about in DOS, has destroyed those things. For them, our leader did not see well. Because if you look at it, everything that our leader, all the alliances that our leader built, Chinasa Nworu and the cabals in DOS has destroyed it. Tell me one. Is it ESN? ESN is only in the lips. It's no more in existence anywhere. If you doubt me, you tell me the last time you heard about ESN and the activities. Chinasa Nworu succeeded in destroying IPOB accounts, finance. They make sure that money does not go to IPOB financial heard worldwide, Madam Nayan anymore. They have divided it. So they have also divided IPOB, and today IPOB only lives in the leaks. Go to meetings where IPOB gathered. Go and tell me what you can see there. If you remember vividly, in 2015, when our leader was arrested, that was the time that IPOB grew in numbers. A lot of people were associated with IPOB. A lot of new members were coming into the families. A lot of things were happening. Today, nobody, no new members. If you are a coordinator, you tell me the last time you registered a new member in your unit. Or you tell me, if before Onyendu's kidnap, if you guys are 15 or 20 in each meetings, how many are you today? Amongst those people that are coming for the meeting, how many are paying their monthly dues? Because this man does not believe in what Onyendu has done. They saw the alliances Onyendu entered as a mistake. They saw themselves being wise, being more skillful, more articulative than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chinasa Nworu saw himself as someone who is smarter, who is more articulative, who has leadership qualities more than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and put to jail, Chinasa Nworu and Chike Doziem, Tony Zurumike, and Ofoma, and all of them there. They made sure that they put down all the alliances. Not one alliance, not one structure, not one workable, viable structure that they need to put in place. They could not hold ESN together. Today, All ESN that Onyendu inaugurated, all of them are now working for Ebubago. Ebubago. This man did not understand what it means to sustain what has been given, handed over to you. What will Onyendu do or say to them when he comes out and found out that this man has broken all his alliances? They broke the alliance with the Yoruba nations. They broke alliances with the Ambazonians. They broke alliances with ESN. They broke everything completely. They are running on a flat tire as I'm talking to you. There is nothing like any ESN anywhere. There is nothing. If you are still believing that there is ESN anywhere, you are being deceived and you are not articulative. You are only being a fool. Let me tell you the truth. There is no ESN anywhere. What you see today, all of them are in Ebubago. Those that could not join Ebubago ran away. And some even joined Simon Ekpa. In fact, half of, I may say that half of ESN are with Simon Ekpa today. If he also were to be alive, he would have been with Simon Ekpa. Nobody wants to be where he will be killed. Nobody wants to waste his time. Freedom fighting is a serious business. Freedom fighting is not something that you came online, you gossip, you talk down on people. Since 2 years that Onyendu has been kidnapped, the only thing that Chinas Anworu and Chigedoziem has been telling us is gossip, how Onyendu family did that, how his siblings did that. Always siblings of Onyendu trying to run his siblings down. What Chinas Anworu will gain from running his Mazen Kanu's families down is what I have not come to understand. I don't know what he stands to gain by doing that. I do not understand the logic behind him always coming on Radio Biafra to fight against Mazen Kanu's siblings. He accused them of betraying Mazen Kanu. He accused them of not caring about Mazen Kanu's welfare. He accused them of destroying IPOB, but they are the ones who is doing all these things and who has done all these things. Mazen Kanu's siblings saw that you are not capable. They saw what you are doing, that you are not capable to handle what Onyendu left for you. They could not stand and watch you mess things up for their brother. They could not watch you sit back and watch you put the life of their brother in danger. Hence, they started to look for a way to help their brother. And Chinas Anworu, you saw it as abomination. Because you don't understand what brotherhood is all about. You do not understand what it means that the blood is thicker than water. You don't understand that. You destroyed everything that Mazen Kanu put in place. If I am to be a boss to you, your boss, and I want to go on a vacation, maybe 2 months or 3 months vacation. Then as a manager of the company, I called you, handed you over all the businesses, everything that I have in motions, already set in motions. There are contracts to be signed, and I ask you to sign those contracts. There are businesses that is already in pipeline. There is workable ones, the ones that already we are running, that is running already, and all these things were happening. And I gave you charge over all these things, and I traveled. On my coming back, I found out that you have cut off all the business contracts that I have, that I'm into. You destroyed it. You broke every alliances the company entered with any other person. What do you think that I'm going to do to you? I'm going to sack you and I'm going to throw you in jail if I have power to do that. Because you are not capable. You are incapable. You are a dummy. You are dormant. Your brain cells are dead. You do not know how to sustain anything. The least you could do is to sustain the alliance that Onyendu entered. The least you could do is to sustain ESN. The least you could do is to make sure that IPOB finance is up to date. The least you could do is to make sure IPOB is intact. Not destroying them, trying to build it from the scratch. I heard when you were talking down on Israel in your program. Yes. What have you, everything that Onyendu entered, everything that Onyendu believe, you believe opposite. You and your cabals. You told us how Israel has not helped us or did not help us during the war. Do you think Mazen Kanu did not know that Israel did not help Biafrans during the Nigerian Biafran war? Do you think that Onyendu is dummy? Onyendu is dumb? Do you think so? Do you think that he did not know all those trash before he embraced Israel? And today, you want us to reject Israel, telling us the stories of what is happening to Palestinians. Do you think we do not know what Palestinians is going through? Did you talk about what Israel has passed through also in the hands of the Palestinians? The life of Israel matters as well as the life of Palestinians. You talked about two states solutions. Do you think that Israel has never looked into that direction before in the past? Go and read the history or the record of Israel and Palestinians, and you find out who is doing what. Not always coming to betray Israel. I mean, to blame Israel for everything. If Palestinians were to be in a position where Israelis are today, there will be nothing like Israel. They will wipe them out completely. They will destroy them and make sure that they do not stay in their land in the next 1 month. They are crying foul because Israel is bigger than them. Maybe, if you have forgotten, in the past weeks, their terrorists invaded Israel territory, killing soldiers, which is okay if they could, killing men, old women, those in the hospitals, killing women, innocent children, ripping off their heads, making videos, making fun of the bodies of those that have killed. And as they are leaving, they're left with over 100 people from Israel territory into the Gaza Strip. That is the truth. This is the real story. Chinasa Nworu was telling us how Israelis are doing well because we are looking for freedom. But let me tell you something. Because we are looking for freedom and we go into the territory of Nigeria, instead of us to fight and get those who are holding us off our ways, which are the military, the government of Nigeria, and we left all these people and we go after the young children, killing them, ripping off their heads, kidnapping their women, killing their old men and their old women. If we go into the territory of Nigeria to do that, and as we were doing that in the territories of Nigeria, as we were killing their innocent children, as we were ripping their heads off, as we were killing their young women and their young men, as we were destroying things in their land, not going after their government or their military, but going after innocent children. As we were doing those things back in Biafra land, the women of Biafra land, the children in Biafra land were jubilating, hailing Biafra, hailing us, jumping up and down, telling us that God is great, showing us solidarity. If we do all these things, and now Nigerian government turn back and intrude into our land and start killing everybody in order for them to get to us, why are you going to blame them for doing what they are doing? We did it first. And our citizens held this, jubilated, celebrated. In 1967 to 1970, our children were starved. They were starved by Nigerian government. When we cry, we do not cry about the soldiers that died in the battlefield. No, we don't cry about it. When we make references to those that were starved to death. The children, the innocent children. If we have power, then we will do the same to them. We don't believe if they slap you this side, you turn the other side. We don't believe in it. We do not believe on that. Flesh for flesh, teeth for teeth, an eye for an eye. That is exactly how it is. So when Chinasa Nworu was talking about it, he also condemning that move by our leader to try to stand with Israel. Terrorism is not freedom fighting. When you are a terrorist, you are a terrorist. When you are fighting freedom, then you fight for freedom. You fight against those who holds you into slavery. You don't go about innocent people who are also going about doing their things and you look at them as your problem. Why? Why would you look at innocent citizens as your problem? If you are fighting for your freedom, you fight against those that hold you down, which is the government. So the terrorists, the Palestinians would have fought the Israelis government, their military, not their innocent children, not their weak mothers and weak fathers, not going to their hospitals and killing people, going into their villages and killing people, and you don't want Israel to fight back. They must fight back. That is not freedom. That is not how to look for freedom. We are looking for freedom. We know what it is, freedom. We know how to fight for our freedom, and we are fighting for it in our own possible ways. But we are not terrorists. We are not going to support any act of terrorism anywhere it is found. We are not going to do that. So I will be playing the voice of Chinasa Nworu now, because there are places I want to talk about, and for you to also listen to what he has to say about everything that he said the other day. Now, I want us to start from this place and let's see if we can hear him clearly.
Yeah. Chinasa, can you hear me? Please go on now. I think it's better now. It's better now. Go on. It's okay. Okay. I said like where I thought we have spent years knocking at the doors of people who sold us into slavery, thinking that we are going to get our freedom from them. Our freedom will never come from them. Our freedom will come from the East, because we are the people of the East. Whether you like it or not, whether the freedom will come from the East, either East Europe, East Asia, East Africa, our freedom will come from the East. Our freedom is not going to come from the West. We must know that. And that's why every biafra must open up his mind, because those who could not change their mind cannot change anything. The time for emotions are gone. Today, most of you have not realized that it is because of how this leadership has strategized. That is why today, most of you now are reasoning. Before, with what is happening in Palestine today, they would have started killing many of you. It's because most of you have become conscious of jumping in front of things that does not really have your interest at heart. Sometimes the problem that stands up in the north, killing the Christians, Biafra, is because certain things will happen in far away another country. Most of you will take off without thinking. The people you are going to promote and shout, they don't even care. And you will be killed, no compensation. They don't care. Tomorrow they turn around and do business with those who killed you. Today, those things did not stop because the Northerners do not want to kill you because they are looking for a small provocation to kill you. But those things have started to change because most of you have started reasoning. You have started reasoning like a human being. Because sometimes, as the problem is going on in Palestine and Israel, some of you will be in the north, talking what is Jesus, Israel, God of Israel, God, and they will decide on you, and you won't defend yourself. But today, most of you now are reasoning. You are becoming critical thinkers. You now consider yourself to become conscious of who you are. Who will come to defend you? During the Trump campaign, most of you out of emotion, you were sent out. Some of you are still in the prison and you got active today. For 4 days, Trump was in power. He never talked about you people. He never think about all those who were protesting. Even when a video came online about our people supporting him, we said these are Nigerian Christians. But looking back where we were Biafrans, that is why I continue to preach that the time for emotions is all about our interest. And I want to give an example. So before we go into it, if for example I'm living in Kuwait, if I see a Saudi Arabian man, I will first support him before I support somebody from America. Matter of interest. There is probability that this Saudi Arabian man can see me on the road, he can beat me on the road, he can offer me a help, but I'm waiting for somebody in America who I have nothing in common to help me. It's a matter of interest. Your interest must lie on what benefits you and your people. It is not out of emotion, because it's an American, because it's a British. You jump without reasoning, without thinking. In your introduction here, you talk about Omari. That's the God to.
You see, you can hear him clearly when when I talk about how he condemns everything that our leader believes in. When he talked about our support for Israel and Donald Trump. We only support Israel, and we are supporting Israel because our leader is doing so. And whatever our leader, Mazen Mekano, did or is doing, we believe that he is right, and we follow him. That is why we are his followers. As a follower of Mazen Mekano, if you do not believe on his relationship with the Israelis, it doesn't matter whether they acknowledge it or not. Mazen Mekano allies himself with Israel, and he is the one who understood that. The reason he did that, as his own followers, we also must align ourselves with Israel. Mazen Mekano supported Trump and is a strong Trump supporter until today. Yes, we also support Trump because Onyendu Mazen Mekano is a supporter of Trump. Chinas Nworu coming to tell us that we did all these things, Mazen Mekano is doing all these things out of emotions. He's also indirectly saying that our leader is an emotional being who sees everything from the angle of emotions. That is to show you that he does not believe in our leader before. He has not believed in our leader before, and he will never believe in our leader today. He only pretends that he is standing with Mazen Mekano. If not, why is Chinas Nworu against everything that Mazen Mekano believed on? Imagine if Mazen Mekano had alliance or had alliance with Israel's government, and Chinas Nworu is coming out to say all these things. Will that alliance continue? That means the Biafran people hate them. The Biafran people does not value them, and they will not value. We do not value their friendship. So when I say that everything that Mazen Mekano believed on, Chinas Nworu is against it. That is why all the men and women that Mazen Mekano appointed in positions before he was arrested, Chinas Nworu removed all of them and replaced his own people. Chinas Nworu did not believe in all the alliances that Mazen Mekano entered or was into before his kidnap. Because of these things, Chinas Nworu is doing his own because he sees himself as wiser and smarter than Mazen Mekano. Chinas Nworu is seeing himself above Mazen Mekano in times of wisdom and understanding. That is why he is changing everything. He made a narrative here that he would rather ally himself with Saudi nationalities because he's staying in Kuwait. So if he sees a Saudi Arabia, he will align with him instead of him to align with Americans or British or Europe or Israelis. Chinas Nworu talk about our freedom coming from the East. Chinas Nworu, let me tell you something. Our freedom is going to come not through anybody, but through us, through our effort, through our determination. If there is no fight, there will not be separation. Before your Eastern alliances or Eastern friends comes, you must have to start doing something. Before they will ask questions, what is the problem? Why are you people fighting? Why are people quarreling? You must initiate a quarrel. What is Chinas Nworu doing as it stands today? That will bring those Eastern countries to come and help him. We do not believe that any countries of this world is going to help us. We do not believe that any human being is going to give us our freedom. We do not believe that freedom is given, freedom is taken. We did not believe on freedom being given. We believe on freedom being taken. We must be willing to stand for our freedom and fight for it for us to get it. We cannot get it only by coming on Radio Biafra and talk jargons on how we have messed Nigeria image and we shall continue to mess its image. We have messed Nigeria image up for years. For the past 13 years, we are in the business of messing Nigeria image up. Did it give us Biafra? Has Biafra come? Has we gotten Biafra? Did Nigerian government care? The only time that Nigerian government cared was when Mazen Kanu erected ESN. Then now Nigerian government knew that Mazen Kanu is becoming dangerous. Chinas and Woru, you must know and understand that IPOB has but one leader. I heard when you arrogate leadership, Biafran leadership to yourself. You called yourself in that your stinking mouth, you mentioned yourself as one of Biafran leader. When you mentioned the likes of late Odumegwu Ojukwu, the internal leader of IPO, of Biafran people, you mentioned the sacred name of Mazen Kanu, then you mentioned yourself as one of the leaders of Biafra. You are not a leader. You have never been a leader and you will never be Biafran leader. You don't have the quality, you don't have the charisma, you don't have the wisdom, you do not have the spirit to be seen as a leader. You are not. You know one thing. You arrogated yourself Biafran leader. You called yourself one of the Biafran leader, putting yourself in the same level with Mazen Kanu, with late Odumegwu Ojukwu. Then that is why your head is growing. Your head is growing big and bigger every day. That is why you do not recognize that Mazen Kanu is the leader and he is still the leader of IPOB, and he will continue to lead this movement until Biafra is restored. That is why you have adopted the strategies of you spoke evil against anybody that wants to do something, so that only you be. So Chinas Anworu is now seeing himself as a Biafran leader, as a leader in Biafra. Who is Chinas Anworu leading? I don't know. Chinas Anworu. The last time I checked, Mazen Kanu, the leader of IPOB, and the leader of Biafran people, made you a member of DOS. And he had problem that when Nigerian government kidnapped him, now you are filling the gap for him. Not you, but Chikedozem. But when Chikedozem failed, you hijacked the power, and now you are standing as head of directorate. That does not make you a leader, in a Biafran people leader. That does not make you a leader of Biafran people. Chinas Anworu, get yourself out of that dream. It's not only enough for you to come on social media, on Radio Biafra, scream, shout, lay allegations, and it's not enough for you to be called or seen yourself as a leader. What have you done for Biafran people? That is the question. This is the question that the people should be asking Chinas Anworu. If you see yourself as a Biafran people's leader of Biafra, what have you done for the Biafran people? Chinas Anworu, as far as I am concerned, you have not done anything for Biafran people to be seen as a leader. When we look at Odumegwu Ojukwu, we can see what he has done for the Biafran people. When we look at Mazen Kanu, we see what he has done and he's still doing for the Biafran people. Even Owazurike, we saw what he did for Biafran people. You that is calling yourself a Biafran leader, Chinas Anworu, what have you done for the Biafran people? You have not done anything. The task of keeping IPOB together that only left for you, you failed to keep IPOB together. The task of keeping ESN intact, you failed. So who are you leading? You know, I pity people when they deceive themselves. Chinas Anworu, he sees himself more than what he is. After eating berefu, you think you have arrived. Chinas Anworu thinks that he has arrived. Now he arrogates leadership, Biafran power. You know, when he talks, you hardly hear DOS anymore. Now they are now leadership. They are no more. You hardly hear him or hear them use the name. They are called DOS. You hardly, all they use to address themselves now is the leadership. The leadership. That is why all of them sees themselves as a leader. As leaders. But we shall see. We shall see how far you guys can go in deceiving yourselves. Let us continue to listen to him. Chinas Anworu is a lie. You know, Chinas Anworu thinks that he is smart, that he is wise, that he has the capacity or the ability to assess things out of the ordinary. But let me tell you something. The reason why UK did not allow Nigeria to succeed in kidnapping Umaru Diko is not because of the money that Umaru Diko stole and the bank in the UK. It's not. The reason they did it is it's going to be an insult to United Kingdom that a country as low as Nigeria, both in IQ, succeeded in kidnapping somebody under their nose. It's because of their image, the image of the British government. That was why they intervened. That was why Nigeria, Umaru Diko, were not able to, the kidnap of Umaru Diko failed in British soil. That is the simple truth. You don't have to come and tell us that it's because of the money that he stole and banked in their country. No, is going to be, it is an insult. It is going to be an insult to their government and to the entire citizens of United Kingdom that someone was kidnapped and taken out of their countries without their intelligence officers, without their airport securities noticing it. It's not like in the case of Kenya. Kenya is a corrupt country. Kenya is a country that if you have money, you can get whatever you want. Kenya is like like Nigeria. If you are in Nigeria, if you are in Nigeria and someone wants to kidnap you, all the person needs to do is to sort those insecurity settings and you'll be kidnapped. That is the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were to be in United Kingdom, Nigeria wouldn't have kidnapped him. Nigeria wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have succeeded. That is the only thing that happened in the case of Umaro Diko. It's not because of the money that Umaro Diko stole and banked in Britain. No. It's for the image and for the sanctity of the people of Britain. It's going to cause a very big problem for British government for them to allow such to happen. So Chinas and Waru, you're trying to break it or explain or give us analysis about it. Is you failed completely. You are out of touch. After all, you are not intelligent. Chinas and Waru is not intelligent. By the way he speaks, you should be able to assess his capacity. You know that he's not intelligent. If he is intelligent, he would understand that it's not because of the money that Umaro Diko stole and banked in Britain that made Britain to shield him. No. It is the duty of British government to protect everybody in their territory. It is a slap. It's going to be a slap in their face that someone under their protection were being kidnapped. So, get this into your thick skulls.
Someone who stole money and bring for them. What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bring for them? Nothing. He's not even a man working to the British government, to the British government of the time. No. Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bringing any benefits for UK? No. We did it. It's our fight. It is our fight. I want everybody, as we are going into the main discussion today, I'm reading. It was a testing ground. The no rest, those who were aware. Canada cannot say he did not know. The second opponent who cannot say she did not know, the order, they own him. They cannot say she don't know. They all knew. They knew. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being adopted. All of them. And I want to tell Biafra one thing. Because of how Mazi Nnamdi
say what is going on, please. What is going on? I don't know why you are being knocked off. Mazi, please go on. Mazi Nasaka, can you hear me?
Sorry, the line went off.
I don't know what happened. It's not from here.
No, it's not from your fault. It's not from your side. It's from my side. Please, sorry for that.
Okay, go on.
Yes, sir. So, from what happened in Kenya, because these are things surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu present, these are the things that complicated his issues. When the Kano. And they know the brothers were ready to keep it secret. So, you know one thing that forced me and forced everybody is that they are talking about the Kano. The brothers and the, as I call them, all this, they came out to tell us they arrested him in the airport. They tried to give a different story. Now, by making the leadership of IPOB, I didn't know. That was one time I was talking with one of the students. He said, he said that thing to me and the Benjamin Madu. I looked at him and I laughed because we decided to protect the strong. They came and told us it was in the airport. That was the narrative. They want us to continue lying to the public. The moment we are saying those things to the public, when we engage people to help us, they say we are fools. They see us as people who are fools. That means you are doing this struggle, you don't even know what is happening. They want to deceive the whole leadership to believe that whether the Kano was on transit or is being taken from the airport. It's being taken from the airport. But I'm not going into deep with that. I'm just trying to say, they wanted every IPOB member to go out there shouting, he was on transit, he was on transit. This is what they have in their agenda. When you are talking in this way, how do you think people will look at you? Will they see you people are serious? They know you people are far from the truth. They made us to believe, oh, it is Uhuru Kenyatta that let me tell Biafrans today. The president of Kenya at that time, Uhuru Kenyatta, did not know what happened to Mazen Kano. After we have pursued these things, the way we mount pressure, Uhuru Kenyatta took a very decisive step trying to avoid what happened to Nnamdi Kano in Kenya. Heads roll. Heads roll. Because Kenya has spent over $300 million. People are calling and they are interrupting your flow. Please, look at your point. Yes, okay, go. Now, when these things are all happening, the leadership might be, because you know, when they accuse you of something you don't know, when they accuse you that you serve Mazen Kano, people get killed. Because of this, in Biafra land, many IPOB members were killed because they were supporting the DOS. And the DOS didn't do anything pertaining to killing of Mazen Kano. The list of people they killed because they saw that the DOS and the God in heaven knows that the soul of those guys rest in peace. They were marched down.
You know, I just wanted to pick some points. You know what China Sanwo-Olu is doing now has been his job since the past 2 years. When you hear him talk about how deep they are going or they have gone, how they are working, how things are improving, which we are not seeing anywhere around the struggle. We don't see any improvement from their side at all. He has always adopted these strategies of accusing Mazen Kano's family of knowing that he was kidnapped and blah, blah, blah. He always say it. We have heard it times to that number, and we are tired of hearing that. What China Sanwo-Olu is not telling us is how we are going to move from the stage where we are today to the next stage. How is it going to be free? How are we going to realize our dream for our own nation? Is China Sanwo-Olu telling us that whatever they are doing on the ground, which nobody knows, is going to give us Biafra? China Sanwo-Olu, everything you have said here, we have heard it times that number, and we are tired of listening to you waste our data and waste our time on irrelevant things. Wait for it. Leave everything until Mazen Mekano comes out. You talk about how head rose in Kenya because of Mazen Mekano's kidnap. Heads will roll in IPOB. Wait and see. Heads will roll in IPOB when Onyendu comes out. I am sure, I'm certain. So, don't talk about talk about yourself. Talk about your own position. How are we going to get our leader out from the place where he is kept? Stop telling us that stories. We are not interested. Now, I want to let me get this his last then we move. There's something I want to get in here. What's wrong with this thing now? In Bechor. Oh my God! Please give me just a minute. Let me get this thing. It's proven hard to get. Oh man!
Friends and lovers of freedom.
Oh.
We should know. Just and tell some information, we will die with it. Some information, people may tell the story when we are gone. Because if we are not careful, now our leader is in the hands of the enemy. It is one of the most dangerous times in this struggle. They are taking their time. They are taking their time to see how they will assassinate. Let me ask every one of you one question. Mazi Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu was the Biafra leader. The other day I came on Facebook, I said, I want to see. For example, today.
Now listen. I made mention of this before, but some people don't understand. Listen how Chinas Anworu arrogates himself, lifted himself, put himself in the standard of Biafran leader. Listen carefully how he counted himself amongst Biafran leaders because he's a DOS member, shouting, making noise as he's talking behind the radio now, making noise, empty noise. He saw himself as a leader. Listen to him. Listen.
You people can hear about Mazen Nandekano as the leader. You hear about Chike Dozie, you hear about China Samon, all these people.
Did you hear it?
They kidnapped them on 6th of October.
Let me return it back.
4 Chinese. They are taking their time to see how they will assassinate. Let me ask every one of you one question. Mazi Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu was the Biafra leader. The other day I came on Facebook, I said, I want to see. For example, today, you people can hear about Mazen Nandekano as the leader. You hear about Chike Dozie, you hear about China Samon, all these people, you hear all of them all from around the world.
The people he just mentioned are the cabas in DOS. Did you hear him mention other people? He mentioned these 5 men are the cabas. They are the ones that hijacked DOS, arrogate the title of leadership to themselves. They started to see themselves as Biafra leaders immediately Mazen Ekano was kidnapped. That is why they thought it wise, they see it as necessary to break down everything that Mazen Ekano has been doing and now start to build their own from the scratch. They now see themselves in the capacity of leadership, Biafra peoples. That is why when you talk about Odumegwu Ojukwu, you talk about Mazen Ekano, you talk about Chike Doziem, you talk about China Sanworu, Azayo, Bachik, and China, whatever, Nzurumike, and 4 of them. These are men that deceives themselves. He thinks that he's a leader. He has arrived. I cannot stand where Mazen Ekano is standing. I cannot wear the shoe of Mazen Ekano. I cannot give orders, whether it's out of points, you must do it. Whether it is in favor of the struggle, you must follow it. That is why anytime you challenge him, it's like you have committed insubordination, have committed abomination, have committed treason. Because he now sees himself as a leader. We have seen leaders like you, which for George Onube, in the past. Your own will be worse because you have done worse than these men. Let's continue.
Come to Biafra land, you see, you come in different categories. You see leaders in everywhere. And I'm sure we did not even go to the level of government Ojukwu operated. And the question is, where are all those that fought with Ojukwu? Where are all those leaders? Where are they? I'm not talking about people like Nayamud. When you ask him, he said I was 11 years. Ask yourself, a child of 11 years, what did he know that happened during the war? A boy of 11 years. Yes, there are people of 14 years who joined the war, the boys' company. People of 15 years that joined the boys' company. They are there. But I'm talking about those at the hands of their affair. Where are they? Where are they? Some of them joined the Nigerian government. They will not be a race story. They tried all this nonsense. They tried it because they wanted to root IPOB inside. But God in heaven, gave us the knowledge. We were able to understand with intelligence. You're able to understand. That's why I said, when we call some of these lawyers and tell them, stop. They don't hear because some of them are blind. They don't know. Some of them are just, everybody wanting to allow the lawyers around Mazen Ekano. Every one of them want to bring his own son because he just brings son. Every one of them want to bring his own son.
This is where the problem lies. You know, they see these things as a competition. They see this Onyendu's predicament as opportunities to show how powerful, how strong you are. The confusion you see today that is surrendering Onyendu's case, that is surrendering the legal teams. It is caused out of envy, jealousy, unhealthy competition. There is nothing like working in unity. Everybody wants to show. Ejiofor wants to be the only one that speaks for Onyendu, that speaks for IPOB. Ejiofor doesn't want another person to come close. Ejiofor wants to be the only one that brings sand. Ejiofor wants to be this, Ejiofor wants to be that. They don't understand the meaning of working in unity, in cohesion, working in unity to see that something positive comes out. After all, the case is so massive that it's not something you can leave for one person to handle. It's a massive case. It's a case between life and death. It's a case that is that if care is not taken, things will be spoiled. So I think, if not born out of envy and jealousy, why would Ejiofor see it as evil, as offensive for another person to come or included in their in Oyendu's legal team? Why are they fighting between themselves? Everybody is fighting to make himself more relevant than the other in our Onyendu's legal team. Chinasa Nworu is here talking how this one is, but he is one who, they are the ones who has nurtured these things to the level where it is today. They created the division you see in IPOB. They created the division you see in Mazi Kanu's legal teams. They created all the confusions and divisions you see everywhere because they want to be on top. They want to be seen as leaders of Biafra. They want to be the only ones that calls the shots. They don't want to hear any other voice. They don't want to see any other person doing anything. Leave it. Whether they are doing it right, whether they are doing it wrong, allow them to continue doing what they're doing. Whether you have superior opinion, whether you have superior suggestions, they are not interested. Just go and sit down. They think that Mazi Kanu is deaf. Yes, they think that Mazi Kanu is not seeing or hearing everything that is going on in the struggle. They think that Mazi Kanu does not know the roles each and every one of us is playing. They think so. That is why they will tell you that he's deceived, he's that. But they started the one trying to deceive Mazi Kanu. They are the one who started to try to manipulate Mazi Kanu against their perceived enemies. These are men without honor. These are men without dignity. These are men without respect. And they arrogate to themselves the title of Biafran leaders. I do not know when the people of Biafra has gathered to say that Chinasa Nworu Chikedoziem is their leader. Chinasa Nworu, you are not the leader of Biafran people. You are but a member of DOS. That is your post. It ends there. You take order from the leader of this struggle, which is Onyendu Mazi Kanu. I take leader from him. I take order from him. Both of us are his subjects, his subordinates. We are not Biafra leaders. Do not see yourself as one. You are deceiving yourself. If Mazi Kanu agrees that he should have a new son added to the legal team, it's not wrong. If Mazi Kanu wants a new legal team, he doesn't want this one, it is his right. it is also good. He is the one who wears the shoes, and he's the one who knows where it pinches. Until you walk Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's miles, until you wear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's shoes, you will not understand what he is passing through. You will not understand what is going on through his heart. I am sure that since you were born till death, you have not gone through half what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through today. You have never gone through the solitary confinement. You have not been subjected under severe tortures. You have not been kidnapped for once. So, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu makes decisions, allow him and allow it to stand. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu puts anything together, the least you can do is to stand as a support. If you are not happy, if you are not willing to work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you are not happy with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing things, the best thing for you to do is to step aside or go and form your own and run it the way you are running it. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says that Israel is one of his alliance, it must stand. You support it. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Trump is in alliance with him, you must stand and support it. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Madam Nenayanya is trusted, you must stand by that. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that ESN must be funded, you must do that. Anything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, and you said you identified with him, you must do that. Do not see yourself as a leader who has equal rights, who has the capacity to call a shot. By so doing, it disallows everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has put in place. It is a disgrace. It is disappointing. And this could get you into trouble with Biafrans. No matter who you are, if you disobey, disrespect Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are going to have us to deal with. You don't see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as someone who is not thinking right because he's in dungeon. Can you equate yourself to the level of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you see yourself closer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, both in thinking, both in reasoning, in academic level, in leadership skills? Do you see yourself in that league? Chinasa Nworu, you are not in the league of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So whatever that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did, you must stand and support it. You must make sure that that thing stands, not destroying it. That is the only thing that you are in DOS to do. You are not in DOS to do otherwise. We have seen how intelligent you are. For the past 2 years, we have seen it. All you've been telling us is that you are doing something, we are doing something, we are working, we are doing that. We have not seen it anywhere. We have not felt it anywhere. When you talk about Simon Ekpa, some people will say, yeah, he's autopilot. He's talking about, let me tell you something. For the past 2 years that Onyendu is inside, we are able to see what Simon Ekpa has done. It is in the open. Everybody around the globe can see and understand that there is something like Biafra agitation. What has Chikedoziem, Chinasa Nworu has done for the past 2 years, when what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left for them, they could not sustain. They could not sustain ESN. They could not sustain the alliances that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu entered with Oduduwa, Yoruba nations, with Ambazonia. Today, in his program, Chinasa Nworu was reminding us the roles of that region, the roles that region played during Biafra Nigerian War, so that we could hate them, so that we could see Ambazonia as an enemy instead of as friends. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw them as friends. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw Ambazonia as friends. Why Chinasa Nworu saw them as enemy? And Chinasa Nworu is telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is his leader. Chinasa Nworu is telling you that he is fighting to sustain the struggle. He's fighting to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu relevant. But everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu believed on, Chinasa Nworu disagreed with those things. Chinasa Nworu forgot to tell Biafrans that during Biafra war, Cameroon is the one involved, not Ambazonia. What happened then was not caused by the region that we see as Ambazonia today. What happened there during those days was caused by Cameroonian government, not Ambazonian government. And that is exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fought against. He stood and broke that animosity that is between Biafrans and that region by making it very, very clear to the world that Ambazonian is a fresh government, a fresh country outside Cameroon. That is why Ambazonia today is not, their hands is off Bakassi Peninsula. Ambazonia is not laying claims on Bakassi Peninsula today because they knew it is not one of their territory. It belongs to Biafra. And Nigerian government gave it to Cameroon for them to be in alliance with them to starve our people so that no ship will sail through that Gulf of Guinea into Biafra land to deliver food to us. This was not caused by Ambazonians. But today, Chinasa Nworu is trying to sell the narrative to Biafrans that Ambazonia, that region, was the reason we were starved to death. That is the deceit that these men are propagating everywhere. They are propagating it. They are into propaganda. They are preaching hate instead of them to preach unity, that we may have unity with our neighbors. If we were to go into armed struggle with Nigeria tomorrow, that Gulf of Guinea is a lifeline. Hence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu entered into alliance. The other day in Finland, you saw Dr. Cho Ayoba, the same man that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu enters into alliance with, the leader of Ambazonia armed struggle. You saw them. They signed a treaty. That has been the dream and wish of our leader. That is what is called legacy. It is our leader's legacy. How many of our leaders' legacy that this so-called DOS is able to sustain? Not one legacy. They destroyed everything and shuffled them into the gutter. He faulted Israel's alliance with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He faulted Trump's alliance with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether anything like that. I'm just using alliance, but should I say, he faulted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's preference of Israel as allies. He faulted preference of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for aligning with Trump. He faulted the alliance of Mazen Kanu with Ambazonians. He faulted the alliance with Oduduwa nations. Everything. Everything. This is men without dignity, without respect, without honor. These men do not deserve to be seen as IPOB members. This man has total ideology. They are same with Uchemefo. They are same with all those men in the past who has pretended to be with Mazen Kanu, but when things get tough, they shelled their cover, and we began to see who they are. Chinasa Nwodo has proven to the world that he is on a parallel line with Mazen Kanu. They don't have the same ideology. The only person that has shown any sign of that is Simon Ekpa. He shows the traces of, when you look at Simon Ekpa, you're able to see the traces of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in him. You're able to see that spirit of Mazen Kanu in him. But to all these lazy men, all these faceless freedom fighters, we don't know where they stand. Now let me show you. Let me play this video before I round off this program. This evening we have exceeded 2 hours. As it is in this platform, we don't allow our programs to go beyond 2 hours. The only reason I'm going beyond 2 hours because I have a very pressing issues to discuss this evening, and I'm trying to make sure I touch at least places that is important. But now, listen to Onyendu, and now you begin to see who is going towards the direction and dreams of Onyendu. You can be able to tell me who is trying to bring the dream of Onyendu to reality. This is not about who you like or who you hate. Like I told you, in IPOB Western Cape South African media, we say the truth. Nothing but the truth. We are not here to please any man nor any woman. We are here to say the truth at all times. That is why it is saying it the way it is. We are not going to do it, romance it, say it so that you will like it. If you don't like it, it is your business. It's not our business. But the fact is that we will say the truth at all times. Now, listen to this video.
Because what I am saying on Abumanyamini, our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama biko. Since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say, we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my country. I want to carry arms to defend the honor and integrity of my country. I want to avenge the death of 6 million people. I want Biafra to stand as a beacon of hope, freedom, and liberty in black world. I want Biafra to stand as a testament to the glory of heaven upon the face of this very earth. I want Biafra to stand because my obligation to the dead outweigh that which I owe to the living. That is why Biafra will stand. And Biafra will come. 100 men, that's all. And we march. The rest can come later on. I no longer give a damn. The disgrace and the insult is too much. We must go and meet our enemies even if we have only machete and hoes. It is far more better for us to go and meet them and die with a semblance of dignity than with this very humiliation which we encounter every blessed day. We must assemble as quickly as possible.
Fellow Biafrans, welcome back. Before I round off this program, I want you to take one thing away from what Onyendu said this evening. And I have said it before, not once in this program. I said, are you expecting Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu to come out of dungeon and go back to Radio Biafra and start making broadcasts anymore? Are you among those who believe that by going to Radio Biafra and talking only, that we're going to get our freedom? It's time for action, fellow Biafrans. It's time to take the horn, the bulls by the horn. Onyendu has broadcasted enough. Enough of broadcasting, enough of shouting, enough of screaming in Radio Biafra. This is time for action. The zoo has proven once again that they are not for diplomacy. To them, diplomacy is forbidden. Remember, we are fighting for self-determination. It's not a crime. And also remember, freedom is not given. Freedom is taken by the brave. It's time for you to wake up from your slumber. It's time for you to start to reset your brain and start thinking towards a positive means of getting Biafra. We have broadcasted enough. We have spoken enough. We have created enough awareness. It is time for us to face our enemies, eyeball to eyeball, man to man, blood for blood. It's time for us to take what belongs to us. In the sight of Chukwuokike Abiama, in the sight of men, it is the right thing to do. Enough. So I leave you with this word. And I believe that the spirit of Biafra is going to enter you again. And you start to do what you should be doing. We need freedom. We have been humiliated enough. We have been killed enough. We have been kidnapped enough. We have been disgraced enough. Our women have been raped enough. Our land has been encroached enough. They have taken everything that we have and it's enough. This is time for us to stand up and be men. Men in doings. Men in actions. Men in all ramifications. Not only men when it comes to our wife. We sure display how manly we are. This is time for us to get what belongs to us and leave a legacy that will excite our people forever and ever. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. And as always, we pray for Chukwuokike Abiama Premier Henine to sustain our leader for the duration that he's going to stay in DSS dungeon. We appreciate Onyendu Mazi Kanu because we know and understand that whatever he's going through today, he's going through because of me, because of you, because of every one of us. Onyendu is there because he wants you to be free. He wants me to be free. He wants us to be seen and treated as human beings. If Onyendu wants to come out of DSS dungeon, tomorrow he is going to come out. All he needs is to compromise and he will come out. But Onyendu insisted. Onyendu said it is Biafra or death. And he is practicing it in his life, in his attitude, in his actions. It is Biafra or death. Chukwuokike Abiama will not allow him to die because he's fighting a just cause. Chukwuokike Abiama will sustain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with good health. Chukwuokike Abiama, you will keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu safe because we need him. If anything happened to him, our enemies will laugh at us. I know you will not allow anything evil to happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He will come out of DSS dungeon stronger. And he will continue this race until the conclusion of it. I know that come 15th of December 2023, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released. No Jupiter, no hell, no gates can stop it. It is so, and so shall it be. I thank you, fellow Biafrans, for being with me in this program this evening. I hope that you sleep well because in this side of the world, it is always almost midnight here. So wherever you are, I say to you, good morning to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you, and good night to some of you fellow Biafrans. May Chukwu Okike Abiama sustain you and keep you until I come your way again. From me, from here, it is goodbye.